Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. I just saw for the very first time, for me to see this film that you've probably seen, maybe, maybe not. Avatar, 2009. I remember what happened when this movie came out. I was scheduled to see it with some friends of mine. In fact, it was my idea to go see the movie on IMAX, probably in 3D. I can't remember that detail. I set up the whole game plan. It was the last day the movie was playing in an IMAX theater or any theater in the region. It had been playing for quite some time, and I finally got around to calling some friends and arranging this whole thing, and then I didn't go. So it was just one of those deals where the theater was a good 30 or 45 minutes away from me. I kept fucking around, and then it got to be too late to go. So that was, back in 2009. So I've avoided this movie, always hoping it would be re-released at some point. Didn't think it would have to be 10 years or fucking 13 years. Didn't want to sit on, and didn't want to Netflix and chill Avatar. I've actually been to the Avatar Pandora Land in fucking Disney World, and Animal Kingdom. So I mean, I'm a little bit familiar with the Avatar thing. I did have some things that I was wrong about. I thought the movie was like 100% in the Avatar land, not whatever the fuck, 60% or whatever the percentage was. I didn't think that Sigourney Weaver was in this movie, or I didn't know. I knew that the Zoe Sandela became famous because of this film. I knew that going in. The main guy, who I thought Jake was very good, he did a nice job. Here's the thing, folks. This expression, "I see you," that's been, that's permeated our atmosphere. It's become a pop culture thing to say, "I see you, I see you, I see you." Everybody sees everybody now. Well, I guess you can thank this goddamn movie Avatar for that coming into the popular lexicon. I could be fucking wrong. I mean, I know people said "I see you" before this fucking movie. But as far as it being like this pop cultural, hip-hop, whatever you want to fucking call it, phrase that people say all the time, "I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you." Thank fucking Avatar. Jesus fuck. The people thing, all these things that are in pop culture, I never knew why they were coming from this fucking movie, but here they are. Kind of similar to that thing where, from one of the X-Men movies, where the people like disappear or whatever the fuck, or they start to dissipate. That movie I never saw either, but I've seen the meme a million fucking times. And similarly, I just started watching The Office about 4 years ago, and all the fucking memes of the guy drawing on the board and all this shit about fucking The Office that I never knew what the fuck it meant. Now I do, because now I've watched it. So, woe is me. I don't always sit there and watch everything that everybody else watches. I like to watch the things that I like to watch. And sometimes I miss the fucking boat. Sometimes the mainstream fucks know what they're talking about. Everybody's jerking off about Lord of the Rings or whatever the fuck. I didn't like those movies. The fucking Tits and Dragons show that I call it on HBO. The fucking whatever the fuck. I never really watched that show either. But it is what it is, right? So anyway, I enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen it, if you skipped the boat or missed the boat 13 years ago, you have a limited time to rush out to IMAX and see it. I can't believe it. Top Gun Maverick is still playing in this theater, believe it or not. I've told people several times to go see this movie. They tend to either listen to me or they ignore me, but I've given up on trying to tell people what to do, because they're either going to do it or they're not. You know what I mean? It's not my duty or responsibility to make everybody's lives worth living, okay? People need to take care of their own goddamn ass for a change. Nice audience tonight. The audience came out. I don't know. I mean, there seemed to be some younger people that had never seen it before, some older people that probably saw it, 10, 12 years ago, whatever the fuck. But people applauded at the end of the movie. I go back to thinking about this movie did not win the Oscar. It was nominated for Best Picture, but it lost to The Hurt Locker. Now, probably 95% of you haven't seen The Hurt Locker. It's actually a very good movie. And the irony is, it was directed by the ex-wife of James Cameron, who directed Avatar. Oh, could I remember her name? It's on the tip of my fucking head. It's like Jane or Janet or some shit. I mean, it's a name. But yeah, she did The Hurt Locker. It's a good movie. But I gotta say, this movie was probably better, to be honest with you. So I give it credit. Yes, I've missed out. My last 13 years have now been fulfilled, come to fruition. Okay? I even got a nice poster, for crying out loud. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. A Distance from Avalon, When the Dying and the Dead Reunite. Fight or Play Basketball. All my wonderful fucking books that you can purchase. Go to MikeMessier.com and you can find a link. Yes, that's a book that I wrote. It's an actual fucking novel, a goddamn story, okay? So you should buy it and read it and tell me how great it is and write a fucking review. So that's it. So Mike Messier, subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Good job, James Cameron. You impressed me, you fuck. I see you, James. I see you.